The Mad Titan's Shadow was the very first expansion that I got, and Adam Warlock was one of my favorite comic book characters before I started playing Marvel Champions, and I've recently been wanting to come back to him. So I thought I'd just build a deck for him, and then go over that deck, and then play through the campaign, and then see how the campaign goes, and then edit the deck as I go through the campaign, and at the end of the campaign, I should have a very good Adam Warlock deck. So these are the cards from Adam Warlock's kit. The ones that I'm prioritizing the most are going to be the Mystic Senses, the Staff, and Soul World, because I really like all these cards. The Mystic Senses makes Battle Mage a lot better and lets you draw cards. This is a resource generator that's only 2 costs, which is super good. Soul World can heal you up to full, and then Quantum Magic can go grab cards out of my discard pile, so depending on if I need a card for a specific situation, or if I accidentally discard Mystic Senses or whatever it may be, I can do that. And then Cosmic Ward, I really like this card. It's an upgrade that will cancel the when revealed effects on a Treachery. The Cape lets you ready, which for this strategy, it's not going to be that important for me, so I'm not really prioritizing the Cape that much. Pip the Troll is just a really cool ally. His 2 costs with Tough, and then I can play him while I'm attacked, or like when a player is attacked, I can spend those resources, which is easy to meet, with the Staff, because you can generate a wild. And then you can get him into play under that player's control. So in multiplayer, it can be anyone. In solo, it'll just be like, if I draw into Pip, essentially a free Tough status card that I can play on the villain phase. And then my 2 events here are 3 copies of Karmic Blast, which is just a 2-cost event that deals 4 damage, and I discard up to 4 cards from the top of my deck, and then depending on how many aspect cards I get, or different types of aspects I get, it increases the damage. So 4 damage, and then 4 cards, so if I hit Aggression, Justice, Leadership, and Protection, I'll be able to get a 2 for 8 card, which won't happen all that often, but I have built the deck to where hopefully that does happen at least a few times. Then Cosmic Awareness is the same thing. You remove 3 threat, then discard maximum 7, minimum 3. So then, based off these cards, one of the things I wanted to make sure of was that I had as many aspects cards as I could fit in. So I wanted to keep a 40 card deck so that I could get to my Mystic Senses and my Staff and Soul World as fast as I could. But I still wanted to have maximum number of aspect cards. So since I have to include as many, 1 copy of each, or I only get to include 1 copy of each card, and I have to include an equal number, I tried to minimize the amount of basic cards I have. So I chose to keep these 3 double resources. The Sorcerer Supreme, because that is a really important upgrade. It increases my hand size, and then also, once it's on the field, it's out of my deck, meaning it's not going to ruin my Cosmic Blast and Karmic Blast and Cosmic Awareness. And then Nick Fury, just because he's really powerful, and then he combos well with Summoning Spell. So for leadership here, I have Power of Leadership, Summoning Spell to bring out allies from my deck, Maria Hill, Falcon, and Beast. So, all right, let's see where I want to put those. Put them over here. So one thing I wanted to make sure of was with my Summoning Spell, that every ally that I included, I would be happy with getting Summoning Spell. So Maria Hill, she comes in and she'll let me draw, which is good. Falcon has a good interplay effect of looking at the top 3 cards and doing some thwart and giving me knowledge. Beast can grab me a double resource, which will be good. And for protection, I have the Power of Protection here. Shield Spell, just because it's very good. Clea, which is just a cheap ally that I can play with Power of Leadership. And then also the thing I like about her is that when she's defeated, she goes into my deck, which will hopefully help me trigger better off the Karmic Blast and Cosmic Awareness. And then Luke Cage, because he has a lot of health and is tough. Iron Fist can come in with those Mystic counters and stun the villain, which I really like that. And then for aggression, I have the Power of Leadership, Full Body Charge, which is a pretty new card that I like. Just a really high damage attack event. Throg, which when I'm engaged with minions, will be really nice because I can get the tough status card off that. Wolverine, because again, great target for Summoning Spell, and then the Piercing will be really cool. And Psylocke, basically analogous to Iron Fist here, both confuses. And then for Justice, I went with a very control-heavy route. So I have the Power of Justice here, Counterintelligence, which will be good because you have to go to Alter Ego to trigger Soul World. So when you and if I go to alter ego, I don't want to lose the main scheme, so counterintelligence will help me with that. Under surveillance again will help me with that. Agent Coulson will be able to search out counterintelligence either from my discard pile or the deck, which I like that a lot. And then Dazzler will come in and confuse the villain when she comes into play. So this is the very first draft for the deck that I made, and I might edit it as I go forward. Hopefully it works really well. I think it'll work. And I have 5 of each aspect, and then these basic cards. So hopefully that will feel really good with Adam Warlock's Battle Mage ability and Karmic Blast and Cosmic Awareness. And for this campaign, I'm going to be doing expert campaign mode. So I need the campaign book here. And then going to the first one, Thanos is sending Ebony Maw to go get which stone is it? The Power Stone, which is on nowhere after the Guardians campaign. And yeah, so for the villain deck, I already grabbed these cards. It's Ebony Maw, and I'll be using Ebony Maw 2 and 3 because it's on expert mode. And here's his 2 main schemes. And then main attack on nowhere, the Power Stone. Oh yeah, those are his main schemes there. And then the main scheme deck, or the encounter deck, is Ebony Maw, which is all these ones. Black Order, which I have here. So Armies of Titan and Black Order are both in here. And then I need the standard set, which is here. And then I'm on expert, so I added in the expert set. So that's his deck. And then everything's going to be the same except for campaign setup. I record my identity. I put the secure the landing pad side scheme into play, so I have to grab that. Security breach side scheme is also going to go into the encounter deck. So here's security breach. Goes into the encounter deck. This is during campaign setup, so I'm going to set these cards aside because I want to make sure that I go through the campaign setup correctly. And then secure the landing pad. Is that the backside of Cosmo? Yeah, that's the backside of Cosmo. So these are going to, this one will shuffle into the deck during campaign setup, and this one will start and play. So now I'll go through setup like normal, because for campaign setup, first set up the scenario completely normally, and then after that is when you do the campaign setup. So I got my deck here, shuffle that out. That'll need to be shuffled more thoroughly because I just organized it to show everything. Also, I'm going to need my obligation here. Okay, so the first step is I'm going to put Ebony Maw out here. And then I need to first step is actually selecting my identity and setting my hit points, which I am at 11 health. And I'm playing Adam Warlock. And I got to shuffle up my deck. Okay, got my deck shuffled up, which I can just keep over here. And now for Ebony Maw, his main scheme is going to come in. I already grabbed all of his encounter sets that I needed. And I gotta give him his health wheel. And Ebony Maw is going to start at 18 health. And then I go through here, the Wind Revealed effect. Each player discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and puts it into play in their play area. Then I shuffle the encounter deck discard pile into the encounter deck. Okay. So I discard till I get a spell. So my first one is going to be Manipulation, which is going to interplay with 2 invocation counters on it. And after the last invocation counter is removed, I discard 1 card at random from my hand, and I'm confused. Okay, and then also it said to shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. And then when Ebony Maw 2 is revealed, each player discards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a spell and put that card into play in their play area. This is not good. I'm going through like the whole deck already. Okay. And since, again, another thing about this is these are put into play, not revealed, so they don't surge. And then this, discard spell, yeah, this one I don't actually shuffle it in. Okay, now for campaign setup, secure the landing pad side scheme is going to come into play as well. This one has 3 counters. And then the secure the landing pad has 2 per player threat, or it's 2 threat, and then it hinders 1 per player. That comes in with 3. It says Cosmo and the Nowhere Corps do their best to prevent more Black Order forces from landing on the station, but they need help. Also, the main scheme up here has 1 per player threat on it. And then here is going to be the discard pile and Ebony Maw's deck there. I got his spells, 18 health for him. And then also Security Breach shuffles into the encounter deck. Just do a double check here. Secure the landing pad side scheme into play. Yes, shuffle Security Breach goes into the counter deck. Okay. And then Expert Campaign only was just for the victory display, right? According to remaining hit point in the campaign log. Yep, there we go. Okay, that's gonna be everything there. I'm at just one final check. I'm at 11. He's at 18. That gave me a spell. This gave me a different spell. I have this side scheme out. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. So I can draw my starting hand now. 6. Okay. And for this, I really want to mulligan a lot to try to get to my Mystic Senses. So I think I will mulligan these 4. The only thing I'm wondering now is do I want to keep under surveillance for the main scheme? Because that will be really good. So I think I will keep under surveillance. I'll draw 4 more cards. Okay. Not the greatest starting hand here. But worst case scenario here, I just quantum magic something back into my hand and play that. So it's not the end of the world. Okay. So for my first turn here, I could maybe save shield spell. So I'll use this Power of Justice. I don't actually have an alter ego action. So first I'll flip up. And now the Battle Mage ability, I discard 1 card from my hand, deal 2 to an enemy. So I don't have aggression. Justice could remove 2 threat, which could be good. But I do want to play this combo. I could consider spending it like that and saving my Power of Justice, the other thing. So maybe I'll start by figuring out what I want to quantum magic. The green one here doesn't help because I don't have a shield spell is going to be on the villain phase. So the cards that I can grab from my discard pile, Pip could be pretty good because Pip will be tough, which will help me tank through the attacks. Wolverine could also be pretty good. These are all pretty good. So let's figure out the resources that work out well. So I have 2 here. I discard this for Battle Mage. I quantum magic. No, I'd have to use this. So I might have to skip out on the Battle Mage here. So it's like this. And then I quantum magic with this. Pull Pip into my hand. I hold shield spell and then play Pip. I think that works out. Okay. So the first step is I'll pay 2, put under surveillance on the main scheme. And then I will use my Power of Protection to play Quantum Magic, bringing Pip the Troll back into my hand. I'll use this double to play Pip. Pip has toughness. And then I have an activation here. I think I'll just start by warding 1 off here. Help Cosmo out a bit. And I think that will end my first turn. And do I want to hold shield spell? Since I have Pip to block, and I'm trying to find my or my Mystic Senses, I think I'll actually mulligan that at the end of my turn. So now I'll drop to my hand size of 5. Okay, I got 1 Mystic Senses and my Karmic Staff, so that's pretty good. Now, the main scheme goes up by 1. Ebony Maw attacks me. Pip the Troll can block. So it's going to be 2. Force Interrupt. When Ebony Maw attacks you, remove an invocation counter from each spell card. When in this game essentially just means before. And then the boost card is 2, 3, 4 damage. That is blocked by Pip. And then I get 1 encounter card, which will be Security Breach, which comes in with 2. And it has hinder 2 per player. So that's going to be 2 more threat. So it has 4 total. When revealed, each player places a random card from their hand face down here. Oh, random. I don't want to lose any of these cards. So I'll roll a die. 1. So I lose my staff. That is bad. Okay. Yeah, that was bad. I really wanted my staff. Okay. And then when defeated, return each card here to its owner's hand. So if I can finish it though, then I'll be able to do that, but I don't. I also need to play this Mystic Senses, so I'm gonna have to just wait on that a little bit. Okay, but it's my turn now. I think I will just spend 2 to get out a copy of Mystic Senses. And then my Mystic Senses will start helping my Battle Mage ability out a lot. How do I want to do this? I could give this to heal. Leadership will give a hero +1 fort, +1 attack, +1 defense. So I will discard Falcon to get my leadership 1. I have +1, so I'm at 2/2/3 stat line now. And then after I do that, I can draw 1 card. Power of Aggression. Okay. So then I will thwart 2 off Security Breach because I want to get rid of Amplify and get my staff back as soon as I can. Or actually, no, there might be a better play here. So instead of that, I can actually finish Secure the Landing Pad. And when defeated, flip this card over, and then I get Cosmo. And that, I think, will be better. Need a little more space here. I do think that'll be better, because now Cosmo can also thwart 2. So that's just, that's just much better. And Cosmo takes 1 consequential damage. And I can start using my protection 1 to heal Cosmo up. Okay, and that will end that turn. And I think I'll keep the Power of Aggression here. Do I want it? How many aggression cards are in my discard pile? Only 1, so it's fairly likely that I'll hit an aggression card that I can use it for, so I'll keep it. Got Pip and Cosmo and Adam Warlock here. Counterintelligence and Dazzler. Dazzler I can use my Battle Mage on. Yeah, this is looking alright. Okay. Main scheme goes up by 1. Bring it from 2 to 3. Ebony Maw is going to attack me here. And do I want Pip's 1 thwart activation? Is that going to help? What's also going to happen here? After I discard 1 card at random from my hand and I'm confused, and after the last invocation counter is removed here, deal 2 damage to each character you control. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So, but that's not going to go off here. This will go off. I will be confused, so I'll want to be able to exhaust to get rid of that confused. And or flip to alter ego. This is interesting. I think that I probably this is hard to figure out if I want to block with Pip. Because if I don't, I'll get one thwart out of him, but then he'll die to Rubble Storm on the next activation. So I will block with Pip because of that. So first, these go off actually. And then this one, remove the last one. So I discard one card at random from my hand, and I'm confused. 3, 1, 2, 3. So I lost Maria Hill. And I'm confused. And then Pip takes the damage here. It's 2, 3, 4, 5 damage that Pip took. And then I get one encounter card, which is going to be Black Dwarf. Okay. So Security Breach, I want to defeat as soon as I can, because that's going to get me my staff back. Cosmo can defeat it, but I can also Battle Mage to defeat it. Okay, I'll exhaust Warlock to get rid of this confused status. I could also just Karmic Blast and use Cosmo here. I think I'll do that. So I'll discard Dazzler to thwart 2 from here. When defeated, return each face-down card here to its owner's hand. And also this has the Victory 2 keyword, so it doesn't go to the discard pile. My staff comes back to my hand. And then that's going to draw a card with my Mystic Senses. Got Nick Fury in my hand. And then, so if I Karmic Blast here, I can take out Black Dwarf. Or if I play my staff, I could play my staff and Karmic Blast in the same turn here. So I think I'll do that. I'll spend 2 to get out my staff. I'll use the staff and Nick Fury as a resource to play Karmic Blast. Deal 4 from the top of my deck, and I to animate and discard up to 4 cards. So I don't want to lose my other Mystic Senses yet. And this is enough damage here. So it's going to be 4 damage. I won't discard any yet. And then Cosmo can take out the rest of Black Dwarf's health. Okay. And that will end that turn. So now I'll ready up all of my cards here. I'm going to create a Rubble Storm line there. Ebony Ma's a little high now too. Okay. Main scheme goes up by 1. And now the Rebel Storm is going to go off, and I can't stop it. It's going to deal 2 damage to each character I control. Oh, sorry. I have to draw my hand size first. I got Throg and Luke Cage, Quantum Magic. So if I get a minion, Throg will be good. Okay. So now Ebony Maw is attacking me, which immediately removes this, and I deal 2 damage to each character I control. That takes out Cosmo. When Cosmo leaves play, remove him from the game. So he's removed from the game. And then I take 2 as well. Now Ebony Maw's attacking me, so I have to decide if I'm going to block. So I need my basic activation during my turn? Probably not. So I might as well just block here. So it's 2 attack, 3, 4 damage. I block 2, so I take 2. And then I get 1 encounter card dealt to me. Each minion engaged with the player activates. Each player who is not engaged searches the encounter deck and discard pile for Black Order minion, puts it in play, engage with them, and shuffles the encounter deck. So I already saw the Black Dwarf. Outrider. This is put into play, not anything else. So I will skip the when revealed. So I'll just grab this Outrider, because since it's put into play, it's not revealed. And then I shuffle the encounter deck. And then it's only 2 health, so it'll be easy to deal with. I can also get that tough status card out of Throg, now that I have a minion. Okay. Now what do I want to do? I don't really want to just attack with Throg here. I could use Quantum Magic. Is there anything good in my discard pile here? The Quantum Magic, that'll bring... what do I want to bring into my hand? You know, Iron Fist could be very good here. I could just dump my whole hand, leave the minion, because it only has 1 attack, and then play Iron Fist. Do I have enough for that? Staff pays for that. I can then discard Throg. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So the first thing I'll do is I'll discard the Throg to trigger my Battle Mage ability. I'll deal 2 damage to the Outrider, taking it out. And then I will draw a card from Mystic Senses. Ooh, okay. Now my staff will generate a resource to play Quantum Magic, which I can go find Iron Fist and add him to my hand. Now play Iron Fist using 1, 2, 3, 4 resources here. So I can use these 4, and I'll hold my Cosmic Ward just because I like it. Or do I want to hold something else? I could hold Luke Cage. No, I'll hold the Cosmic Ward. That plays Iron Fist. Iron Fist enters play with 2 Mystic counters on him. So he has 2 counters. And then I can attack Ebony Maw. And when Iron Fist attacks an enemy, remove 1 Mystic counter from him, stun that enemy, and deal 1 damage to him. So that's going to stun Ebony Maw and deal 1 damage. And then his 2 damage goes through, and he takes 2 more damage. And then Iron Fist takes 1 consequential damage. Okay. And I'll hold this in my hand just because I like this card. I could also discard it to try to find my other Mystic Senses sooner, which maybe I want to do that. Yeah, I think I'll discard it and try to find that other Mystic Senses, actually, because I am more afraid of his spell environments than his treacheries. So it's not the most useful card against Ebony Maw. Okay, Sorcerer Supreme will be nice. So I can play Sorcerer Supreme, and then I can't afford anything else, so I'll probably just use my Battle Mage ability. Hopefully I draw into something else I can play. Main Scheme goes up by 1, so I need to deal with that soon. Or not actually, because it goes up to 10, so it's only halfway there. And then Ebony Maw is stunned, so he doesn't attack. And I get 1 encounter card. When revealed, remove 1 invocation counter from each spell environment. If you have no spell environments in play, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and put that card into your play area. Pacification comes into play. It's put into play, so it's not revealed, so I don't have to surge it. It has 3 counters. And that's the whole phase there. So I'll start off with Battle Mage. Am I going to play Agent Coulson here? Agent Coulson could be the best Battle Mage, but he's also the cheapest card in my hand. So let's say I Battle Mage, I remove, and I deal 2 damage. Then what? I don't know. I want to play Psylocke, though, is the thing. Because confusing and stun locking Ebony Maw is extremely powerful. So I think I will discard Coulson to trigger Battle Mage. Since it's Justice, remove 2 threat from a scheme. And that triggers my Mystic Senses to draw me a card, which is Soul World. Then from here, I can play the Sorcerer Supreme. And I can generate a energy resource, or a resource to play Soul World. And I'll hold Psylocke in my hand because I'll play her next time. And then Iron Fist will do the same thing, remove his counter. And it will stun Ebony Maw and deal a damage. And then 2 attack as well. And then Adam Warlock will just thwart for 1. Okay. And that ends that. I'll hold Psylocke in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of my Mystic Senses is one of the last cards in my deck here. Okay. So main scheme goes up by 1, bringing it up to 3. Ebony Maw is stunned. So then I get an encounter card, which is Pacification again. Since this was revealed from the encounter deck, it will surge. So now that surges into Reactor Overload. It starts with 3. When revealed, each player will choose to either place 2 damage or take 2 damage or place 2 threat. I'll definitely take the damage because I'm getting close to Soul World triggering. Okay. Now I do want Psylocke. Cape isn't absolutely necessary here. So, I'll discard Full Body Charge actually, no, I'll discard, I don't know, it doesn't really particularly matter. I'll discard Clea to heal 1 from Iron Fist. And that triggers Mystic Senses to draw me a card. Hopefully it's my other Mystic Senses. A double. That's totally fine. That's also perfectly acceptable. So then I'll use the double and Full Body Charge and my cape to play her. Oh, did I forget to draw my 6th card from having this out? Yeah, I only had 5 cards in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I should actually have another card from Sorcerer Supreme. So there's my Mystic Senses. Dang. Okay, so that means... Let me just redo that turn. That was a big mistake there. So, the order of my deck was this would have been the top card of my deck, and this would have been in my hand. So this is actually correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry about that mistake. So I will still Battle Mage to heal Iron Fist. So that's still going to happen. And that draws me a card, which draws me to Mystic Senses. And then I'll play my other Mystic Senses. And then my staff and these 3 resources will play Psylocke. She enters play with 2 psionic counters on her. So now she can attack Ebony Maw, which, did I forget to... I might have forgot to use the staff, but it's fine. I don't want to redo this return again. So then that's going to be 1 damage. I remove it. It deals... confuse the enemy and deal 1 damage to it. Confuses Ebony Maw and deals 1 damage. And then Iron Fist can attack for 2. And wait, her 1 damage went through as well. And then Adam Warlock will port 1 off Reactor Overload. And then I think I'll go Alter Ego here. Because I'll get my Soul World counter. I can heal up to full. And then he's going to be confused. So that'll all work out. Yeah, that'll end my turn. So now I drop to my hand size, and don't want to forget the consequential damage. So drop to my hand size. Summoning spell, I get an encounter card because I decked out. And then I have 5 more cards. Then what's in my hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, probably just summoning spell here. I have the setup that I wanted. So now main scheme is gonna go up by 1. Ebony Maw is confused. I get another encounter card. Manipulation surges with two invocation counters on it. That surges into this. Move 1 invocation card from each spell environment in your play area. You have none. Okay, so it's just going to be 1 off of all these. And then into Fireball, yet another one. Fireball comes in with 4 counters. And surges into Landing Craft. Armies of Titan. When defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded and put that minion into play. Engage the player defeated this. Comes in with just 2. Okay. So I have a lot of stuff going on here. So I'll start by... Oh, I decked out, which gave me a Soul World counter. So then I can remove the counter and exhaust this and heal all damage from my identity. Gets me back up to 11. I can flip up now. What do I want to do here? I have counterintelligence, beast, Pip, and Luke Cage. Do I want to just try to win quickly here? These spell environments are going to be bad. So this one's going to exhaust each upgrade and stun me. Those are going to go off at the same time, so that's really nice. This one's going to deal 4 damage to me. That one's going to confuse. This actually isn't going to be that bad. So, let's see. I have 2 allies out already. I know for sure Warlock is just going to attack again. She should have ran out of counters. And that's going to confuse Ebony Maw. And deal 2 damage to him, bringing him down to 6 health. I need to figure out this reactor overload. Counterintelligence could be good. But I also could just use it for some threat removal right now. So I can discard that. Remove 2 from the reactor. Overload. Finishing the crisis, triggering both my Mystic Senses to draw me 2 cards. I got Clea. Now I'll use Luke Cage and Clea, I think, to summoning spell. Discard cards from the top of my deck until I discard an ally and put it into play under my control. Throg comes into play. And now, what do I want to do here? I can search with Quantum Magic, get another ally. Okay, so Iron Fist can attack for 2. He gets defeated. Now my Karmic Staff can Quantum Magic and bring a summoning spell back to my hand. And then I can spend Beast and Pip the Troll to play Summoning Spell again. Brings in Maria Hill. Maria Hill draws me a card, which is Cosmic Awareness. Okay, Maria can finish this landing craft. So it's going to get me a minion, though. So maybe I just ignore it. I'll just throw it off the main scheme there. Throg will attack for 2. And then Adam Warlock will attack for 1. Yeah, attack for 1, bringing him to 1 health. Yeah, that looks good to me. And I'll hold these in my hand. Do I need Cosmic Awareness right now? I don't think I really do. I'm just looking for damage. I don't really want to stick around with Ebony Maw much longer. So I'll discard Cosmic Awareness at the end of my turn. And ready everything up. Gets me up to 6 hand size. And then I ready up all my people. Oh, I have some extra space to use here. That's going to be nice. There we go. Okay. Here's my hand. Could play Wolverine here. Main scheme's going to go up by 2 because of this landing craft. And then Ebony Maw is confused but not stunned. So he's going to activate, removing a counter from all of these. And then this one was finished. So I discard 1 card from my hand and I'm confused. Random, right? Yeah. I lose Karmic Blast. Doesn't feel good. I've been getting unlucky with those, what cards I've been losing. And then I will block this attack with Psylocke. 2. 4 damage. Takes out Psylocke. And then I get 1 encounter card. He's going to attack me again, removing all these counters. And both of these trigger, exhaust each upgrade you control, and I'm stunned. Luckily, this doesn't have an exhaust ability. The staff does. And I'm stunned. Did the other one confuse me? I gotta check. I don't want to forget that. Yeah, so I'm stunned and confused. It's not going well for Adam here. And then the damage goes off, which is 2. Boost discard 1 card at random from my hand. Okay, so I took 2 damage there. Oh wait, I forgot that Throg only had 1 health and Maria only had 1. So I will have blocked with that with Maria. I still have to discard the card. Again. Power of Aggression, okay. So it's going to be harder to play Wolverine now. Still, yeah, I can't afford Wolverine anymore. It's unfortunate. Okay. Now what I want to do. I think that's about the worst of it, though. Do I want to finish the landing craft? I don't really want a minion, is the thing. Could just heal up Throg here. So yeah, I'll heal Throg. And then that triggers both Mystic Senses to draw 2 cards, which these don't have an exhaust ability, so I can still use it. And then I think I'll just get Wolverine out. Wolverine will come into play. He has Piercing. Adam will take out this version of Ebony Maw. Bringing out the 3rd one. Oh, sorry. I was stunned. So that gets rid of my stunned is all. And then Throg takes out Ebony Maw. Okay, and then this one, when revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell is discarded. Put that into play, which is good because there's not that many cards. So hopefully there isn't a spell. Nice. So that was perfect timing there. I get an acceleration icon. So it's going to go up 3 each turn. And he has 23 health. But I'm hoping to just go right through that health. Now Wolverine will attack for 3, bringing him from 23 to 20. And then I will go to Alter Ego because he's confused right now. And that'll end my turn. And Wolverine has 2 consequential from that attack. Okay. Nice. I've got Nick Fury and double Karmic Blast. I might be able to get the win here. So I play Nick. I can draw 3. And then I still do have enough to play both Karmic Blasts. So that's probably the play. Okay. Main scheme goes up by 3. Bringing it to 7 out of 10. Ebony is confused. 1 encounter card, Reactor Overload with Crisis. 2 threat there or 2 damage. So I'll just take the 2 damage because again, no, I'll do the 2 threat because I'm just looking to end the game here. I'm not going to thwart. And now it's my turn. I will flip up. Yeah, I think I will just play Nick with these 4 here. Yeah, I'll play Nick with these 4. He comes into play and draws me 3 cards. Okay. Wolverine heals 1 at the start of my turn. And then the most damage here is actually Falcon. Just give me the... Do I have lethal? So that's going to be... This is minimum 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so I will discard Falcon to increase my stats on my hero by 1. And that triggers Battle Mage to draw me 2 cards with another double. Okay. So now I'll do my Karmic Blasts first. This first Karmic Blast isn't going to be very good because I can only discard 2 cards. So that's going to be 4, 5, just 5 damage. Dealing me an encounter card and resetting my deck. And adding a counter to Soul World. And that was 5 damage. Bringing him to 15. Now, I'll play the other one using my staff and Power of Leadership. Deal 4 damage to an enemy and discard the top 4, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I only got 5 damage again. So those weren't very lucky ones. 10 health. Wolverine attacks for 3. Nick attacks for 2. Puddle Gulp or Throg attacks for 2. And I will just play Cosmic Ward. So slightly short on damage here. And then Adam will attack for 2. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll just attack for 2. Bring him to 1 health. That's really sad. I was just 1 short of getting that. I got really bad discards there. Because I didn't get any aspect cards. Okay. But this still will probably be fine. I have this to protect me from a treachery. I doubt I lose here. Dropped my hand size. Okay. Main scheme goes up by 3, bringing it from 7 to 10. Finishing it. When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the deck. Discard from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and put it into play in their play area. Oh, sorry, Rebel Storm was the first one. It has 3 counters on it. And this starts with 1 per player. And my Under Surveillance goes to discard, because it was attached to the other scheme, not that one. So now Ebony Maw activates against me, removing counters from all these. And then I'll block with Nick. So it's 2, 3, 4 damage, takes out Nick. And then I get an encounter card. Gang up. The villain attacks me again. Removes these. I take 4 damage to my identity. Okay, I'll leave Wolverine around actually because his attack is just better than mine. So I will actually not block here. I don't want to block here because I might, if there's a guard minion or something, I might need my 1 attack. I don't think I will. I mean, I have this 2 damage here. But, actually, what's the smartest play here? I think the smartest play is just blocking. So 2, just 2, so I don't take any damage. And then under fire. Oh, sorry. No, I was wrong about that. I don't block. And he didn't attack me the first time either, right? Dang it. I forgot. Okay, so the Cosmic Ward is a forced interrupt to cancel that treachery. So the gang up wouldn't have gone off at all. So now this one comes out. Under fire, surge, when revealed, reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Move 1 invocation counter from each spell environment in my area. Deal 2 damage to each character you control. Okay, so it defeats Wolverine and deals 2 to me. And now it surges into advance, which there's no counters anymore, but he schemes for 3, 4, 5. And that's it. Now, the priority here is actually just going to be ending this scenario at full health. So I'll keep this very simple. I'll just play, I'll spend these 2 to play Maria Hill. Actually, no. I wanna have more fun than that. I wanna try to finish Reactor Overload. So how would I do that? I want a Cosmic Awareness. So I'll discard Beast to trigger Battle Mage and draw 2 cards. And then I'll play Maria and draw a card. I'll spend 2 to get Cosmic Awareness, remove 3 threat, discard off the top of my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 5 threat. Finishing Reactor Overload. And then I will Summoning Spell, bringing out Iron Fist. Yeah, I don't know. Maria can finish the Landing Craft. No, I don't. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to get the minions. I'll just go simple here. So I'll thwart 2 with Adam Warlock. I'll flip down, remove the last counter from Soul World and exhaust it to heal up to full. And that too. Sorry, I was confused. And then the Soul World heals me up to full health. And then Iron Fist will just attack here for 2. Use the response, deal the damage, and stun him. And that defeats Ebony Maw. And I ended at full health for the scenario. So yeah, that was pretty good. I don't think that scenario went particularly well with like the order things happened, like with having my Mystic Senses at the bottom. But I was never really in any trouble there either. So I don't know. That was pretty fun. I had a good time with that. So now, check the campaign log. Victory. If Secure the Landing Pad was defeated, add Cosmo to the campaign pool. If attack on Nowhere 1B was completed, add Security Breach to the campaign pool. So Security Breach is added to the campaign pool because that first main scheme was completed. And then I record my identity's remaining hit points, which was full health. So that's going to be easy to remember. That's the end of scenario. So I hope you enjoyed this gameplay of Adam Warlock going over what my deck was and then doing an expert campaign gameplay. So I'm going to keep editing this deck as I go forward. I'm not sure there was anything I really needed to take out this time. Everything went pretty well for me, honestly. So yeah, hope that was fun. If you enjoyed the gameplay, then like and subscribe and stay zesty, and I'll finish this series eventually and get all these gameplay videos posted. And at the very end of the campaign, whatever Adam Warlock deck I end up on that I use to defeat Loki, I'll probably do a write-up for that deck and post it on the deck building website. And yeah, I think that's it. See ya.